gatherers. Oh my gosh. There you are. Hi. I think this is a record, isn't it? Latest I've ever been for a gathering. Crazy. There was only one other time that I almost missed a gathering. I was at my father's place in Falmouth, Massachusetts on Cape Cod this summer, and we were hanging out. I was visiting Pops, and it was like 6:50, and he goes, "Adam, don't you have to gather?" Which was very astute for my father, which he would never have, I don't know what was, somehow, he was on it. Well, I'm in the van right now, I think somewhere in North Carolina, but I can't be sure. And we are, maybe we can get some light here. Hold on a second, let me see if I can get some light. Does that help? We've had a pretty wild couple of days. We were down in, for those of you that gathered with us on Sunday night, the Bandies and I were together down in Montgomery, Alabama. Last night we did our first ever Instagram gathering. And the plan was, and if for those of you that were around last night, you may have heard, the Bandies were supposed to fly out of Montgomery. They're backing up the plane, you know, the guy that does the thing, you know, backed the plane off the runway, and a tire got stuck in the mud, and they had to deboard the plane. Flight got canceled. Poche, Alex, and Riley decided to tough it out in the Montgomery airport. They spent probably about, I don't know, 16 hours in various airports until they finally got home in the middle of the night last night. Karina, as soon as the flight got canceled, said, "Screw this," and she got out of the airport and came back to Montgomery, played with me last night, and we are currently driving up to New York City, where we play tomorrow night. We meet the Bandies again. So here you can see Karina's driving right now. If it's bumpy, it's her fault and not mine. There we go. But it's good to see you guys. It is. I'm gonna play a song, but then I'm gonna need you to drive the rest of the way. And maybe we can put Karina on the spot, and she can give us a science question. She gave the thumbs up from the front. So as it turns out, it's a Science Tuesday after all. Anyways, I apologize for being late. We were driving. It was a beautiful day. I was talking to Turtle. He was distracting me, and we were just gassing up. I came out of the gas station, and Karina says, "Man, we screwed up bad. We're already 10 minutes late for a gathering." So the gatherers say hi to you, Karina.
Hey.
Hey. Did you hear that? Hey. All right. Says, what's your angle? You're bound to fall. You won't let me. You want it all. be alive. Now when I die, for a moment in the spindrift, I will give it all away to be swallowed by the ocean. A lifetime in a day. Drive off the ledge. I don't care. Drive off the ledge. I don't care. Hey, 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 hey. This is the addiction that scars your mind. It's the perfection that you'll never find. The devil hold me back while we're dry. And I may bleed in color, but if I do, I'll be placed in the seconds I survive. And it cuts me with the memories of all I leave behind. But the living is the journey, and the journey is the find. Yeah. Drive off the ledge. I don't care. Drive off the ledge. I don't care. And this voice in my head, it's screaming, yeah. It says don't throw it all away. But I've spent my lifetime dreaming, and now it's time to put the pedal down. Time to put the pedal down. Yeah, 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 yeah. We drive. Drive off the ledge. I don't care. Drive off the ledge. I don't care. Drive off the ledge. I don't care. Drive off the ledge. Yeah, I don't care. Hey, 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 but okay. Well, it is good to be with you, gatherers. Is the screen super shaky? It looks like it is. Oh, I see my first request from my friend Robin. Mother may deal me a challenge. Let's see if we can do it. This is going to be a request night because I do not have a plan. We are tomorrow night. We're going to be in New York City. Woo! Any New Yorkers out there tonight? Anyone got friends in New York? I think there's still tickets left. We're going to be at the City Winery in New York City. Man, it's been a while since we've gotten to be there. I'm looking forward to it. We had to cancel our show at City Winery in January because of Omicron. But it's going to be nice to be back there. And then we are in Massachusetts, and we're going to be playing at the Shea Theater in, oh man, I keep forgetting whether it's Turner's Falls or Glen Falls. Turner's Falls, Massachusetts. I suspect we'll have some of you gatherers there because we are going to finish the show at night and drive up to Fairleigh, Vermont, where, that's right, our first gathering trip is finally going to happen, and we are so excited about it. In fact, we spent a little bit of our drive tonight beginning to plan our strategy for our shows. 6 shows in 3 days, a lot of music, and a lot of hanging, just a lot of hanging with you guys. I know Supergirl and I have been in touch. She sent me an awesome little list for a Supergirl and Adam set. We're gonna figure out. I don't know. We haven't talked about when we're gonna do it yet, but when we do figure it out, we will post it on the Winter Gathering Facebook page for sure. And I just can't wait to see you all and hang out. It's gonna be good. Okay, Mother May Dealman. Let's see if I can do a song. One of the songs, new to the Gathering series, new because of the Gathering series. I'd written it probably 10 years ago and never shared it until I had you all to hang with. So here we go. I bet we can get a light on this side too. Oh, now we're cooking. Woo! Maybe it's better on that side, not that side. I think that's maybe better. More light the better, maybe. Like a chimney, come ready to go. Straight from Wembley, meet the man with the show. He's got his page on, puts on all the charm no one sees to see the man. Up, gonna steal me, but the Mother May deal me. Paycheck on deck, keep it down inside, push through venue. I'm gonna kill it like we do. No longer here, and it cheers. It's just a point of pride. Wife can't take it. She get around with the band. Every time she and I make it, she make me less of a man. Well, I'll take down what you're dealing, get behind any wheel. This is how glamour takes us all. Drink up, gonna steal me, but the Mother May deal me. Paycheck on deck to keep it down inside. Push through venue, gonna kill it like we do. No longer here, and it cheers. It's just a point of pride. When we die alone, when the bus drives off the road, when our livers turn to stone, I pray that when we go, when the riders come to tow us divas down below, I hope the wind will begin to howl. How when the riders are approaching, I hope the winds will begin to howl. Drink up, steal me, but the Mother May deal me. Paycheck on deck, keep it down inside. Push through venue, gonna kill it like we do. No longer here, and it cheers. It's just a point of pride. song that I'm conflicted about. I'm not really conflicted about it. I like this song. I don't write. I mean, it feels like, ooh, Candace, I see you. One of these days, I will play that. So that song, and we can dig into it deeper during the gathering trip, because I'd like to hear your thoughts on that song. I like the song because it rocks. And I don't get to write a lot of that, but you know, in many ways that's musically, you know, listening to those arena bands from the 70s, 60s, you know, and the 80s too. During that time of kind of rock and roll excess, listening to that music was how I came up, and you know, I wanted to write a song about the excess, right? And in that song, it's a song from the perspective of a sideman in the band, and everybody in the band hates the lead singer so much they call him Mother, which is short for his real nickname that they have for him, right? And it's, you know, a song about jaded musicians not enjoying what they do anymore, even though they're playing stadiums. Maybe it's that I have a really hard time just connecting to it because it's so different than my experience. I don't know if I could ever be in an experience like I don't know if I could ever not enjoy playing music, and maybe that's why I have a hard time connecting with it. But it does make me want to play in a fucking electrified rock band for a song or two. All right. One of these days, huh? I hope you can hear okay. Because it's, you know, I was racing to turn this on so that we could gather together. And I took my classical guitar because it was the first one, but it's got these nylon strings which are softer sounding. Lower in volume than a steel string guitar, and this van is pretty loud, but we're gonna do our best on this one. Oh, I'm gonna tune. I'll be particularly careful about my tuning because my driver will literally drive us off the road.
I won't drive us off the road.
She will literally turn this car around.
I might do that.
Are you almost ready for Science Tuesday question?
Anytime.
All right. Well, I'm going to play this one and then we'll do Science Tuesday.
Okay.
It's exciting. Impromptu Science Tuesday. We really put her on the spot.
I had no chance to Google anything.
Karina usually has some time to prep for Science Tuesday. You know, she's the kind of teacher that likes a full lesson plan, all mapped out, I's dotted, T's crossed. Okay, here we go. Did we forget to put these on our set, this song on our set list?
No, it's on the side.
Oh, yeah. I know my face looks ragged and torn. Yeah, it does. I've been banged up since I was born. I don't got no money, don't got no friends. One of these days I'll be back up again. One of these days. One of these days. Oh man, I'm psyched to. We haven't played that song in a while. I'm psyched to try that one. That was when we were first arranging that song. That was uncharted territory for us as a band because it was one of the first times we wanted to use background vocals as beyond like word harmonies. We wanted kind of right. We wanted to use those vocals simply as like instruments to build this kind of wall of sound behind the song, and but it was not something that came natural to us as bandies. I remember we played one show. Where was it? Where we were? Jim Thorpe. We were in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, and we were playing this show. It was one of our first times. We'd been rehearsing this song, and we'd been working on those harmonies. And we were on this stage in this theater, and we sang. We did the concert, and during the concert, we played that song. And then after the concert, they brought us back behind the stage area after the show was over, and there was a recording studio, and they're like, "Yeah, guys, we recorded your concert tonight. It sounded great, you know." And we were like, "Great, you know." And they said, "You want to hear some of it?" And they just happened to press play on one of these days, and us in the band, you know, being who we are, at one point we decided just to hear those harmonies, and so we soloed them up in the mix, and they were
Sounded like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining.
It was not one of our finest moments as a band, but it was pretty funny. All right, I'm going to turn the camera towards our science expert in the front seat.
I'm gonna look at you though.
No, yeah, you can't look. You gotta follow. No, she's gonna be doing science and driving at the same time. What's our question today, Karina?
I've been trying to think of how to phrase it as a question. So I was just thinking about this shipwreck, the Endurance, which was Ernest Shackleton's ship. He did this amazing expedition down to Antarctica, but they didn't make it. They got stuck in ice. The ship sank over 100 years ago. It's just a big hunk of wood, and it hasn't rotted at all. So there are a couple of reasons to this, but there was one contributing factor that I hadn't considered, and I was like a little bit mind blown when I read it and then realized like, oh. So the question is, what are the contributing factors, I guess, to why this piece of wood has been perfectly preserved for over 100 years now at the bottom of the sea?
Did you all hear that? It's a good question, and I cannot talk about it with you because I've already talked to Karina about it. So I think I know. I usually forget most of the science conversations that we have, but I think that I remember two. I remember two factors that you talked about.
I might not have known the surprise one yet when we talked about it, but you might know it.
How many factors are there?
3 that I'm thinking of.
3
There may
that
be
she's
more.
thinking of. Okay. Somebody said the cold water. Somebody said some water temperature, low salt, dense seawater.
I don't know about low salt. Well, that could be true. I don't know.
Somebody asked to please repeat. So, okay, if you didn't, low humidity.
Sure.
Okay, so the question was, Ernest Shackleton was the famous explorer, Antarctic explorer, stranded a ship in an ice floe that eventually sunk. They recently found this ship. It was big news, last week, week before, something like that. how many years afterwards? 100?
Over 100.
Over 100 years later. Well, over 100 years later, the ship has barely rotted. It's very, very intact, almost completely intact under the water. And Karina is asking why. She can think of, or she's read about 3 factors that contribute to why the ship has not degraded in 100 years. I'm going to read you some of the answers I'm getting. Low microbes, no shipworms.
Damn, that's the one. Who said that?
Who said that? Somebody said it. Bacteria.
Yep.
Bacteria and fungus. Nothing grows that far undersea, so no bacteria.
There is
Somebody
deep sea
said
life
low
in other
oxygen.
places. That's one of them too. Yeah, low oxygen.
All right, so no. So she's pretty. Karina's impressed so far with you gatherers, as she tends to be. Let me see if there's some other. But that's only 2 of them. A lot of people have said cold. Was
So-
the temperature?
Temperature could be a factor. The bacteria is on the track of what I was most surprised about. And oxygen levels are lower down there as well. There's no sunlight, which I hadn't heard. I mean, I think someone said that, right? Did you say
I don't know if anyone mentioned the sunlight part. That's what I thought I remembered you saying, that there was no light that broke down. Does light, or does that just make things not live down there?
That it just makes it harder for things to live down there. There's not as many organisms that can live without sunlight. So that limits them. The craziest thing, and it's such a simple explanation, there is no vegetation that grows on Antarctica. There are no trees there. So there's no bacteria that's evolved to break down wood in that part of the world. It's like such a simple explanation. I just thought that was really cool. No trees, which doesn't break down.
So we have, right, no bacteria that will break down the wood, and we have
low oxygen
in the water,
and no sunlight. Yep.
All right.
And there may be more that I don't know about too. I'm not.
Oh,
an
your
expert.
daddy's on.
Hey, Dad.
Dougie, she says, "Hey, Dad. Hi, Dad." He said he already knew the answer.
Of course you did.
Karina says, "Of course you did, Dad." Okay. I saw colder days when I finished one of these days, and so I'm gonna play that one for you. Do you think we should make Karina sing harmonies from the front seat? Because I do. Wish I knew. Wish it could be right. We have got one more night. You're moving up, and I'm moving on. And on we may all be gone. Right now we've got not enough of time to feel it all. And we'll keep holding on to the sun-filled sky. Oh, the days coming, say goodbye. We'll keep holding on. We'll keep holding on. Now is the sunshine. I know that you'll find it. I'll miss the sunshine, and we will be fine. We'll keep holding on to the sun-filled sky. Oh, the days coming, say goodbye. Keep holding on to the sun-filled sky. Oh, the days coming, say goodbye. Keep holding on. Keep holding on. Keep holding on. Keep holding on. All right, well, I'll tell you what, gatherers. I know we started really, really late, but I'm feeling like, I bet you didn't hear Karina sing those harmonies. It's hard, right? There's a lot of band noise. And we're going to sing a last song. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to wrap it up. We got a good time gathering with you the last couple nights. And for a lot of you gatherers, we're going to be spending 3 days and 6 shows with you this weekend. Which I cannot wait for. I cannot wait for. We're going to be hanging out with some of y'all in New York City tomorrow night. We're going to be hanging out with some of y'all in Turners Falls, Massachusetts on Thursday. There's lots of good stuff to look forward to this week for sure. I am not sure yet where our weekend online gathering is going to be, but we're actually, believe it or not, we're leaning towards Friday night from Turners Falls. It's supposed to be a beautiful old theater. Thursday night, Turners Falls. It's supposed to be a beautiful old theater called the Shea Theater, and I think Riley is attempting to set up a gathering there. So for those of you that can't come to our winter/spring gathering trip, we will still get together this weekend, as we do every weekend with the bandies, when I'm with the bandies, of course. I want to thank you all so much for supporting us. I know for those of you that won't be able to be on the trip this weekend, it's bittersweet. I know how many of you are out there and wish you could be gathered with us in person, and guess what? It's okay. There are going to be more gathering trips, and we have our autumn getaway sessions, our autumn 3-day trip. It's going to be right around the corner in October, and of course, between now and then, we've got a million shows and a million gatherings to hang out at. You all should know as well, we are going to begin to schedule some live gatherings in backyards. I know we don't have to do the pods. We don't have to socially distance ourselves as aggressively as we had to before there were vaccines. but we had such an inspiring time traveling, backyards and parks and all sorts of cool places. We're going to do some more of that this summer in between our traditional touring. And for those of you that hosted last year, for those of you that still want to host a gathering of your own, you can go to the link on this post, or you can go to our website and go to the gathering page, and you can apply to be a host for a gathering of your very own. All right, here we go. Even though they couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm gonna sing.
All right.
I'm gonna try and sing loud.
All right. Karina's gonna try and sing loud. Maybe we'll be able to hear it. Here we go. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the signs of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us all that we see, is to our hearts, and the air that we breathe is to around good company. Is to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. These moments pass lightly, come again. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is true. Let us drink one of me. Let us drink one of you. Let us drink one to those who are with us. Here is to us all that we see, is to our hearts, and the air that we breathe is to have good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Got any last words, Karina?
Great to see you gatherers. We'll see you again soon.
There you have it. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. We'll see you soon.